So I'm about to go to a New Year's party in a little bit here, but I figured I wanted to sit down and record a little bit, mostly considering that tomorrow, the 1st, is the start of a whole lot of stuff for me. It's the start of the Hundreds Challenge for the Anthology project, where like 20 some of us artists, there's a whole bunch, are all making a 6-page comic with a similar theme, and we're going to be doing it over the next 100 days when we can, like 30 minutes a day, and eventually it's going to be put into a big old anthology book and like actually kickstarted and bound and sold and all that sort of crazy stuff, which is awesome. On top of that, I'm going to start doing my Sunday streams again. I want to do at least for an hour a day on Sunday, or an hour every Sunday. I want to just sit and stream and just kind of like draw whatever. Probably work on comic stuff for the next few months, but I want to get that going. And I've rearranged my room, as you might be able to tell a little bit. I mean, you don't see much of my room from this shot, but just trying to like have a fresh start for a lot of things. It's going to be a pretty busy year, but I think it's going to be good. I'm going to have the anthology I'm working on. I want to do more just like actual traditional sketches, which like I've been doing more of. So there's plenty to share. And I'm kind of like pushing that sort of experimenting with more inks and stuff like that. I'm going to start posting those, like a page a day or something. And on top of that, I might, this is not art related necessarily, but I would like to start doing Let's Plays again. I did them years ago, and they're on the channel still, like they're there. If you want to see them, they might be a little rough. But my girlfriend, Sam, had mentioned she would like to do that stuff too. Seems like it'd be fun. So I have a setup that is almost working for that. I need to figure out how to fix a few more little issues there, and I'll start doing that probably on a separate channel, because this has become more of an art/blog channel, and it would feel a little weird to add video games onto it. I mean, it's all just a channel that's me, so it's fitting, but I don't know. It might be a bother to you folks that came here for the art stuff. But yeah, it should be a very exciting new year, very busy, full of a lot of stuff I want to get done, and a lot of stuff I want to do. And yeah, it's going to be good. I'm going to be heading out for the party, and the rest of this video is going to be done tomorrow. On the 1st, because that's when I'm going to start the proper anthology and everything like that. I just wanted to get a little bit of recording done now, because who knows. But yeah, so hope you all had a great new year, because you'll be this will be up tomorrow. And hope the next year, 2017, is going to be good for everyone. I'm really hoping it's going to be good for me. I have a lot of hope for it. You know? A lot of good things. So this is a highly sped up recording of the live stream I did earlier today. My plan is to do them every Sunday at around 10 in the morning. This one was later, just because recovering from New Year's Eve party and all that sort of stuff. But I pretty much just spent the whole time streaming. I think I streamed for about hour and 40 minutes, something like that. I tend to just have music playing, and if people come by and hang out, I'll chat and just hang out while I draw. It's a lot of fun, and I'm gonna enjoy making them more of a regular part of my routine. But here I was working on trying to design one of the main characters for the 100s Anthology project. My comic that I'm doing is based kind of off that one picture I did recently, whereas like the beat up dude and the woman in like the stasis chamber sort of thing. She had like robot parts and stuff. I kind of had the idea of trying to expand that idea a little bit, because I have, like, it's an idea that I could easily make a comic out of, but I want to try and do, like, see if I can do a 6-page comic just to start. So something small, something probably light. I don't know, I don't know what exact tone I want to do with this, because I kind of want it to be slightly dark, because, like, you know, blood and beat up and stuff and evil robots and things, but I don't know. I'm not sure quite the tone I want to give it just yet, so right now I'm just working on character design, figuring that out, and even though I very much struggle with anatomy, especially drawing female characters, because I'm not good at human anatomy in general, but it's more difficult for me to draw female figures for some reason. There's like a weird like mental block there that makes it kind of, I don't know, like it's this weird sort of like uncomfortableness drawing female figures, and I don't know why. It's bizarre, but it's something I need to get over, and definitely something I need to practice. But that's kind of why I tend to draw, you know, like robots and animals and monsters and things like that, because they're kind of easier to fudge the anatomy on. No one's going to be too perfectionist about it. Where human anatomy, people kind of know how that's supposed to work. Probably why I draw robot parts a lot, just because it's cool. But yeah, so this is the, I'm not quite sure I think she's the protagonist. Slash kind of the antagonist. It's I don't know. It's interesting. I only had a pretty vague idea until I talked to Dominic, or Isaac, I believe. I'm not sure how he prefers to be called, but there was like a bit of a hangout sort of thing the other night, and I was there and trying to tell my story, or like my idea, and he offered a bunch of advice and tips and things like that, and it really helped. It was very inspiring. It just gave me more of a direction. I'm still not entirely sure where I'm going to go, but it's helped for sure. And yeah, I don't know. There's not too much else to go on. It's 2 characters and a bunch of robots, and they're in kind of a secret laboratory sort of facility, possibly in space, probably in space. I don't know, might not be in space. I don't know, because the theme is life in space, and mine is kind of not exactly following the theme. It's life in the future, I guess, which kind of fits. Yeah, I'm still not entirely sure what direction I'm going to go with this. It's only day 1, so that's not terrible. I do have a character design I'm very fond of, so that's good. I just need to figure out the male figure's design, and then maybe start sketching out some rough thumbnails of like page layouts and stuff like that, because that's how I tend to think, is through sketching. So if I actually go through and actually sketch everything and like just try and rough it out, and it helps me kind of build the story in my mind that way. I'm more of a visual writer in a weird way. But yeah, so that should help. I'm gonna work through that, see what I can do. But yeah, I'm feeling pretty good about this first day. I have more than I had before, and it just feels like a lot of progress, so it's good. It is Sunday, I do have the day off. I spent most of the day working on this, so that's why I made so much progress today. But the other videos are it's just going to be weekly updates, so even though I'm only be doing like 30 minutes a day for the rest of the week, it'll still be a fairly big update every Sunday, hopefully. But yeah, that about wraps it up. There's not a whole lot else to go into just yet. Still trying to figure out the story. Have a character design down, which is cool, and I'm excited to see where this goes. It's going to be an interesting 100 days to get this thing going. I hope I can finish it before then, so I have time to like refine and figure out what I'm doing. And it also occurs to me that we're doing the stories in black and white and grayscale, and I designed her in color. So I might need to go back and see how I can make that work in grayscale. It's something I've never done before, so this should be interesting, at the very least. But we'll see. So yeah, that wraps up the week, wraps up the start of the day. Technically, this is for the last week, but not much else happened. New Year's party, stuff like that. Had a lot of fun. Had the trip, all this sort of stuff. Like, it was a good week, but this is pretty much all I did art-wise this week. And hopefully the following weeks will be pretty good. So thank you for watching, and see you next week.